Amanda arrived in the town with a quiet hope in her heart. She had shoulder-length chestnut hair and light green eyes that often looked thoughtful. People often said she had a calm presence. She was moving to a new town, starting a new job, and trying to begin again. Her life had not been easy in the last few years. First, her parents died in a car accident. Then, 3 years later, she went through a painful breakup with her fiancé. They were planning a wedding, but life had other plans. Now, she just wanted peace, a simple life, and maybe a new beginning. The town was small and green. Trees grew along quiet streets. Flowers bloomed in front of almost every house. It smelled fresh and calm. Amanda had found a job as a florist in a small flower shop. She loved flowers. They made her feel calm. She believed that flowers could bring beauty even on the hardest days. When she saw the job offer in Valley Town, something inside her said, "Go." Her apartment was on the second floor of an old brick house. It had wooden floors that made soft sounds when she walked. The windows were large, and sunlight filled the rooms. The owners of the house were kind and helped her carry her bags. It felt like a good place to begin again. Amanda smiled as she looked around. The walls were painted a soft cream color, and the curtains had tiny flowers on them. In the kitchen, there was a little round table by the window. She imagined herself having tea there every morning. Amanda unpacked slowly. She wanted to enjoy each moment. She placed her clothes in the drawers, hung up her jackets, and finally opened the box with her books. She ran her fingers along the covers. Books were her comfort. They had been with her through happy and sad times. Books made her feel less alone. One book, her favorite, caught her eye. It was called Through Storm and Sunlight. The story was about a woman who lost everything but found her strength again. Amanda had read it many times. It reminded her that hope was always possible. The pages were soft from use, and the corners of the cover were worn, but Amanda loved it that way. She opened the book and smiled. Then something fell out. A postcard. She picked it up. On one side was a photo of a small 2-story house with green trees around it. The house looked warm and welcoming. On the other side was a hand-drawn map. It showed a simple road, a small curve, and the words, Valley Town. Amanda stared at it. Valley Town. That was the name of the town she was in right now. Her hands trembled slightly. She remembered this postcard. She had found it years ago when she moved into a different apartment. There had been a cardboard box left in the hallway. After 3 days, no one claimed it. Amanda opened it. Inside were some old letters, small picture frames, and the book she now held. Inside the book was a handwritten message. To Daniel, on your 18th birthday. Remember, there is always a way home. Love, Dad. Back then, she had wanted to find the house in the picture. She looked at maps and found a few towns with the same name. She even started planning a trip. But before she could go, her parents died. Everything stopped. The postcard went back into the book. The book went on a shelf. Life moved on. And now, here she was, in Valley Town. And the house might be here too. Amanda couldn't stop thinking about it. She made tea and sat by the window with the postcard. Outside, birds were singing, and the sky was light blue. She took out a map of the town and compared it with the postcard. The lines matched. The road, the turn, the area, it all pointed to a place just 20 minutes away. That night, she could not sleep. Her mind kept returning to the house. What if it was still there? What if she could return the book? What if Daniel was still in that house? The questions circled in her mind until the morning. She kept the book on her bedside table. It felt like a piece of a story that had waited for years to be finished. The next morning was clear and quiet. Amanda put the book in her bag and got on a local bus. She looked out the window, watching trees pass by. Her heart beat faster with every turn. She got off near a small wooden bridge and followed the road. Birds flew above her, and the air smelled like pine. She walked slowly, looking at each house, comparing them to the image on the postcard. There it was. The house looked almost exactly like the photo, only older. The same porch. The same green trees. The same calm feeling. Amanda walked slowly to the door and knocked. Her hand shook a little. A tall man in his early 30s opened it. He had short dark hair, kind brown eyes, and a quiet voice. There was something warm and gentle about him, even in his surprise. "Are you Daniel?" Amanda asked, her voice soft. "Yes," he said, confused. "Do we know each other?" Amanda took the book from her bag and held it out to him. "I think this is yours," she said. He looked at the book, opened it, and read the note inside. His eyes widened. He didn't say anything at first. Then he sat down on the step. "I thought this was gone forever," he said quietly. "My dad gave it to me on my birthday. He passed away last year. I moved in a hurry, and the book got lost. I searched for it, but nothing." Amanda sat beside him and told him the whole story, the box, the book, the postcard, and how she had just moved to Valley Town. She explained how she had kept the book for years, how she always felt like it meant something, but life had taken other turns. Daniel smiled. His eyes were full of emotions. "Would you like to come in for some coffee?" he asked. She nodded. The house was warm and smelled like cinnamon. The kitchen had an old wooden table and a window with yellow curtains. They sat and drank coffee. They talked about their parents, about books, about the people they had lost and the memories they held close. Amanda shared how the book had helped her. Daniel shared stories about his father. He showed her a photo of him and his dad in the backyard of that same house. They were laughing, surrounded by flowers. Amanda felt something move in her heart. Time passed quickly. The sky outside changed colors, blue to pink to soft orange. Amanda didn't want to leave, but the sun was going down. Daniel walked her to the bus stop. "Thank you for bringing it back," he said. "I think it was meant to find you again," Amanda said with a smile. When Amanda got home, she stood by her window for a long time, holding her cup of tea. She felt something new, not just calm, but hope. In the following days, Amanda kept thinking about Daniel. She thought about his smile, his voice, and the way he looked when he read the message from his dad. She remembered how his eyes changed when he saw the book. There was something honest in him, something kind. She wondered if he thought about her too. A week later, she started work at the flower shop. It was small but full of color. The owner, Lydia, was cheerful and funny. She talked fast and laughed often. Amanda liked her right away. The shop smelled like roses and lavender. Customers came in with smiles and left with flowers in their hands. Amanda felt at home there. She learned the names of every flower, from tulips to peonies. She made small bouquets and wrapped them with care. She greeted customers and listened to their stories. Some bought flowers for birthdays, some for weddings, and some just to feel better. Amanda loved watching their faces light up. After a few days, Lydia asked her to come early because a flower delivery was coming. Amanda arrived early and started arranging ribbons. She watered the plants, opened the windows, and prepared the counter. The bell on the door rang. She turned, and there he was. Daniel. He looked surprised and happy. "Amanda, I didn't expect to see you here," he said with a wide smile. "You two know each other?" Lydia asked. "We met last week," Daniel said. "I forgot to ask for her number." Lydia laughed. "Daniel is my brother. He helps with the deliveries when I'm busy." Amanda smiled. So life had brought them together again. Later that day, Daniel came back. He waited outside as Amanda closed the shop. In his hands was a small bouquet of wildflowers. "Would you like to have coffee again?" he asked. "Maybe dinner too?" Amanda nodded. Her cheeks felt warm. As they walked together, they talked about everything, about places they wanted to see, books they loved, and the little things that made them happy. The evening air was cool, and the stars were starting to shine. Amanda looked up at the sky and thought about the book, the postcard, and the house. She thought about the way small things can change everything. She was ready for a new beginning. And maybe, just maybe, this time the story would have a beautiful ending.
Did you like the story? Click like, subscribe to the channel, and write a comment with your ideas for new stories. Thank you for watching and practicing English with me. See you in the next video.